the support of their audience. And actually, I wanted to call it the player number 6. So right now we can see that we have when the Jokers become serious. They are both famous that they are Jokers within the team. They make a really unique atmosphere, and today they will get serious.
What I love about this is Jokers, right? The reason why they're Jokers, these guys are jolly guys, right? We've had the opportunity to talk to them, even at the hotel and everything. But that's the thing, right? Even though they're fun outside of the game, when they get into the game, that's where they have to step up, right? Typically, when you're looking at these guys, these players, especially in the roam role, they have to be able to carry through the game, help the team get to where they need to be so that they can, you know, get the win, basically.
So actually they are the roamers, so basically mostly they are the shout callers as well. But before we head into the game, let's see the rosters, let's see the lineups. We have Miko and Jasmine, Jokester, and like among like, how can I say, wait. Oh, this is the Team SMG. So Sasa, Saxan, Smooth, Stormy, and Miko. Sorry, I just like got messed into that like huge amount of like big names. So the Malaysian team is now on the screen, and we can see that you have the main lineup, the lineup that played in this country in Malaysia, and they were so near, so close to get that title. So right now they get a second chance.
They're going to be very hungry to try and find success right here, considering how close they were. That's exactly what's so scary for their opponents today. And you know, speaking of them, we're going to see them later, right? But I think the big problem here for them is also the huge hero pool for Stormy, right? He has a lot of mages in his arsenal. With the current dynamic meta, with all these new heroes popping up, it's going to be very dangerous to see how much flexibility they have in the drafting phase.
And actually also, after talking about Team SMG, I think that Team Nightmare will appear with us in a bit, and this team will actually bring something new to the table, and they are not a new guest to the international stage. And actually, by mentioning the international stage, a fun fact is that SMG team has been already to an M series, an M3. They have performed really good at that M edition, but they get a chance to go to another M if they get the ticket here in Malaysia, and they get the ticket here from the wild card.
And that's the thing. So if we're talking about the matchup, right, I mean, Team SMG, a lot of people have this certain expectation for them. They went full 7 games back in their MPL, right? They brought it, and they, like you heard, they were basically 1 hit away from securing that championship for them. Now they have to get the second chance here. But across from them, right, Nightmare, this is the first obstacle in front of them is technically a Titan from Malaysia, right? Team SMG, they have their imports, of course, but overall, this team has solidified themselves around that, and it's worked great for them. That's my biggest question, though. Is Nightmare, granted, they have the synergy they have the experience that they have from the years, is it enough to actually go ahead and start this day with, technically it would be an upset, guys, right? I mean, come on, let's be honest. It would be an upset if they are able to beat Team SMG, match number 1 here in Malaysia.
I think everyone loves an upset, but I think the home crowd has an opinion of their own here. We'll have to see, man. I mean, SMG, they are great, but they're also high profile. Everyone has seen what they can do. There's a lot of information on them. So I think Team Nightmare in the require to really get an edge in the beginning of the game.
And actually, after speaking a little bit about how will the match go, I'm wondering, will we see an outstanding hero? Will we see, actually, this question, I think the answer is already here. I think that Guinevere will be most picked or like most banned based on like the past period of time. She's played in the mid lane, in the room, and like everywhere, just not to the gold lane yet. Maybe we'll see it in the gold lane.
You never know. Even with that small change, the way that the spatial migration works, it's deadly for a lot of these teams that like to play certain ways. So I feel like now you've had, honestly, it's not that much time, right? You have to have an adjustment for that and an answer to that.
And also, I've seen Team S.
It doesn't go instantly like high. It's a slower slow, but it's still gonna be a big problem in the middle of a fight. Now with the Lord coming in, the beginning of the end for Team SMG.
This could be it. Nightmare Esports trying to hold on. Kubiana flying into the fray of things, has the hard guard. They gotta make quick work of the Lord as well. Heavy spin comes down, but Smooth gets a kill. Team SMG will keep their nightmares at bay in day number 1 of the wild card as they take the series 2-1.
Wait a moment, Team SMG! SMG are now shining. They have their moment, and they have earned their moment. The first match winner, the first match and the opener of the M5 Wild Card Championship will take him back home, Team SMG, and now we can say happy birthday, Nico.
The birthday boy making the plays happen, man. That was such a great performance, a full utilization of that Matilda. It was just too difficult for Nightmare to deal with, man. And they were just unable to find anything of real value in the early game. In that last fight, it was so close. They did the combo, right? The dragon with the hard guard towards the Bruno, but it's a too little too late. And for now, it's Team SMG just, going through with the predictions. Is coming out on top against Nightmare Esports.
I think, again, a part of that was, they learned from game 2. They're like, all right, if we have a base fully exposed at like 14, 15 minutes, we don't want to let the opposing team buy another 10 minutes to have a chance of back into the game, right? This time it was clean. They got the base fully exposed, they waited a bit, they got the second Lord, and then by that time, they already played around that huge advantage they had. So, again, a great learning lesson, Team SMG, and a great start for them, the home team here.
Yeah. Now we will see some catching words backstage.
Hello everyone, my name is Lafel and I'm here on the players room for Team SMG. And as you guys are walking, hold on, Saksa, I actually want to talk to you. Come here. First of all, here's your mic.
Hey, translator.
Hey, translator, Miko, be here. All right. First of all, congratulations for the win against Nightmare Esports. But I have to ask, in game number 2, you guys were doing well, but why was it difficult to end the game?
So we're to the hero of enemy. So what? So many damage. English only.
Go ahead and translate, or do you want me to translate?
It's okay. English.
He said he can talk in English.
The enemy.
Yeah,
enemy
the enemy.
hero. So many damage, so hard to attack.
So apparently the enemy had so much damage that it became very difficult for them to end the game. Now, Saksa, I also have to ask, starting off this game against Nightmare Esports, it was very difficult. What is going to be the mindset for Team SMG against all the other teams you guys are fighting after this?
What? That did not translate.
Translate, yeah. Miko,
Ano sabi?
what is the mindset for Team SMG after this, after seeing Nightmare Esports is so strong?
Ano daw mindset natin pagpunta sa next game kasi malakas daw yung Nightmare Esports.
Reset lang. Reset. After the game, one game at a time. Then positive. Always positive.
All right, so they're going to keep positive. They're going to reset. They're going to make sure that they are ready for the next games moving forward. Thank you very much, Miko. Thank you very much, Saksa. Again, congratulations on the win and good luck for the next one. We'll be going back to the casters.
A lot of the times they found the lockdowns they needed, and it worked well for them.
Well, he was also able to go and play this Akai in a more aggressive fashion. Here's some highlights brought to you by Grab. We're going to see some of the plays happen from SMG and how they're able to get ahead because they abuse the mobility and they use the Akai base damage and of course the heavy spin to really get a pretty much guaranteed turtle and lore take the longer the game goes. But aside from that, when there are no objectives on the map, he is still very happy to just come in and be that main engage tool and sometimes even cutting off members of Nightmare Esports from their own base. And he has never really countered or targeted in the middle of these fights, man. Look at where the damage is going. It's not going towards him. And the crowd control and the knockbacks, none was targeted at the main, the main man in an objective take, the jungler.
Yeah, and if you look at it from another aspect, you can say that luck didn't play a huge part or even a part in this game. It was just pure professional gameplay, pure unique gameplay. And that's what we are supposed to expect from such a huge tournament.
Afterwards, you can see once they have the advantage, they keep going for it. The wave wasn't really set up for a triple lane push, but with how ahead they were, with how much more dominant they are able to actually position over Nightmare Esports, they just keep going. And now with a marksman, they can really take down those turrets from a good distance. You can see that they're having a lot more success And afterwards, they just lock the members of Nightmare Esports in their base. And here is that last final play. You can see Sasa was struggling, was in a bit of danger. But look at the coverage, man. The heavy spin just pushes everyone away.
Whoa.
And there's still the guiding wind to play around with. So he is just right there. Look at a healing coming in from the flash of the Oasis as well. So healing has been nerfed a bit with the support item change. It doesn't heal you as much anymore. But you can see that with the right composition, it's definitely still a very meta tactic.
Like I said, man, if you remember early on, Stormy picked up, I think it was the first item. You know, we'll take a glimpse at the items here in a bit, but the main thing is he took up that Necklace of Durance really quickly, and that's what really dealt with a lot of the healing, the sustainability from Nightmare Esports. That's what they wanted that Angela for, right? So if you're having such a massive lead in all the other lanes, and then you lose a ton of that sustainability on the other side, it's tough to deal with, right? It's tough to get back in that situation where you can go toe-to-toe with Team SMG here.
Yeah, but I really have a question here to you, Arashi. Why,
What's that?
like Miko, with his build, you think that he was squishy enough to like
Is he
stay away and
tanky enough to be in the front line? Is what you're
No,
asking?
because he's not tanky at all. Look at his build.
Exactly. I do feel like the idea is for him to stay in the back, which is why it almost forces Saksa on the Akai to actually be as aggressive as he is. Like we saw him cutting off members of Nightmare Esports on the top side of the map. Looking at the cards though, which guy is Sasa? Because he was just farming up on the Bruno. And this is why Bruno is also so good. The farming speed, the fact that your first skill is technically a constant reset, makes it so efficient to farm with when you're not disrupted. And the carry is still going to be Stormy, despite the fact that he went for the utility quote-unquote item, the Necklace of Durance, instead of the usual burst or magical damage items. He's still able to be on top because of Valentina, right? This is why this hero is so good, and you can use it in a variety of ways as well. But yes, I do think that's the idea, man. Like, they're gonna go aggressive in the front, and the Mathilda isn't gonna be the main frontliner. Even when she goes in with the Circling Eagle, she'll dash out with a Guiding Wind and take someone with her. So it's not exactly a frontline playstyle.
So you are saying, like, if I understood you correctly, you said that it is used for engage and disengage, but not to stay up front and not to take or like suck in a lot of damage. Well, after seeing the first match and after seeing what happened with us, like it was like a ton or like a really huge amount of information that we saw. Let's hit it to a break and come back to you with the next game.